What it is, y'all, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Danmachi. Now, I got a fun one for you guys tonight. This one's not as serious as a lot of the ones we've had in the past, but it does kind of come with an interesting kind of caveat slash situation. As you guys know, this is kind of like the realm where we have, like, all the major events. You know, we got War Game, we got Record Buster, we got Familia War Game, we got Undertale Skira. But there's one in here that I haven't touched in a really long time, and that is Monsterphili. Now, when it comes to Monsterphili, most of us have completely forgotten this thing exists. But if you go back out here, we got teased a while ago a Gate 10. We've never received Gate 10, but it most assuredly has been teased. And I actually went back and I kind of looked at this and I was debating what we could do about Monsterphili itself, because a lot of people have asked me for guides for it over the years, and I just always forget to do them. And at this stage of the game, I think it's just irrelevant. And let me kind of show you why I say that. So we're going to go to Gate 9-3. Now, I know 9-4 is technically the hardest, but understand why I'm going to Gate 9-3. Okay? In this one, it is resisting 100% resistance against water. And we're going to take in the anniversary team. In fact, I'm not even going to use the last few units. I'm going to go in this and try to beat this in 4. Because if you didn't know, when it comes to all these gates, basically your goal here is to beat this in within 4 units. That's how you get your total ranking. Let's see here. Rewards. So basically, to get the escalator, to get all the scores, you got to beat it within 4 members without losing any members, and then, of course, within 9 turns. So basically, by beating this within 4 members, you're going to, get the maximum amount out of it. Obviously, you can still go for score and all that stuff. I don't even know what the scores are in these days. What is that, 2.8 mil? I'm imagining that's probably the anniversary team. No, that's not even hilariously. I bet you that team could. Not actually. I take that back. That team might not be able to be bested. Maybe I'd have to sit down and think of tactics. But the water team is resisted 100%, and to do this within 4 units, that means, like, obviously everybody on this team is going to have to be at their absolute best, and I'm even lacking the 20% water assists here. We're working with the 15% assists. So this isn't even like the best the team can be. Okay? And the reason that I kind of thought about this, and I was thinking about this long and hard, because Gate 9 used to be a really daunting, scary, horrific task. You used to hate these things, because when it came to the Gate 9-4, that one, you don't play it like you would normally play another gate, because if you debuff it, you're doing it all wrong. The whole point in that gate is to buff your team, and then that in turn prevents you from taking too much damage on the other units. Basically, the units in 9-4 will attack you and basically try to nuke you out of existence turns 1, 4, and I think 7, I believe, were the 3 turns where they like just annihilate you. But just to go in here and to do this, you can't auto-run this one. This can only be done manually, so that is one interesting caveat to this. But what's really kind of weird here is, for a task that used to be insanely scary and really daunting and kind of horrific, and for this one, where the resistances are, if we kind of go to our opponent here, water resistance was 100%. We, of course, now can debuff this down to 45%. So it's 45% water resistance, but it was 100% prior to us coming in here. So if you ever wanted, like, a good example of how insane the power creep's gotten, watch, and anybody who remembers, like, looking at Monsterphili going, I'm never going to be able to beat this thing. This is just an insane task. Just, I mean, imagine for a moment what just happened here. Our team, basically, if I had targeted the right units, our team probably could have wiped this out in turn 2. And it has the maximum amount of resistance against this team. And I know, once again, 7th Zone technically does too, and we kind of already know what happens in that event. But it's just hilarious to me that this insanely daunting task has literally become hilariously simple. And that kind of brings me to an interesting question overall. And those of you guys, especially like the OGs that remember like trying to run this and trying to get like crazy numbers of points. Wow, my points are terrible. Terrible. Remember, maximum points are 2.8, I think is what somebody else got, and I'm not even half a mil. So yeah, that's an absolute thing. Boy, is that interesting. Let's actually go to the points here. But I digress, not to get too far off topic here. Yes, the points are interesting, and we could probably like massively improve our score. My real question here is going back to Gate 9. As hilariously easy as this became, do you guys think it's possible at all that we're even going to see a Gate 10? And does anybody honestly, truly care or really want this at this point? Is Monsterphili just kind of like a dead event? I know nobody really runs it anymore. And, you know, even if you did, you probably just throw like whatever really good teams you have at it and just crush it and walk away with the maximum rewards. But is there any future life in the Monsterphili event? And if it is, would you guys like to see another insanely difficult gate? Like, let's face it, the power creep from Gate 9 to 10 is going to have to be wild. Personally, me, I would love to see something on the level of, like, all those EX missions we saw, but in, like, another gate that's got maybe, if not 4, maybe even as much as 6 different levels that we could fight, and that especially even at this level of gameplay, maybe even, like, focusing on the future. Maybe make it like completely impossible to beat at the current levels with all the stars, but knowing what's coming down the pike during the anniversary, as you guys know, the anniversaries always represent a really big power creep, then maybe in that power creep, there would be someone that could actually conquer it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. This is kind of more of like an open forum type thing. Do you want to see more Monsterphili, or do you think it would be better to focus on more events? Because I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's kind of a joke. It is honestly kind of a joke. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I would personally like to see it, but man, are they going to have to work hard to make it happen. Or would you just rather see the whole thing get maybe, I don't know, atrophied off this list whatsoever? Do you just not even care about it? Let me know in the comments, guys. I'm really hoping that one day we do get a level 10, but I think I gave up the hope on that. The last update I saw on this, I actually saw a guide on this made back in July of 2019. It has been nearly 3 years since we've had an update, so I really don't think it's going to happen. But who knows? Maybe it's something they can do to improve quality of life. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, share. Catch y'all in the next one.